these four are the equivalent circuit model till what we have read. Okay, we have seen the how current flows and what are the terminals, what are the junctions that are there. So let's have a quick recap of what we have read till now, so that you can relate this equivalent circuit with the before two videos. We read that because of our VBE, our collector current is defined by this the exponential rise. The collector current depend upon the exponential rise of the VBE. Okay, so this VBE which results the exponential rise in the collector current. That is one thing. Second thing that we read, that our IC that is independent of VCB, means my collector current will be independent of the VCB. I think in the last video I told our IC is independent of VBE, but that is not the case, not VBE, I wrongly told that, but that should be dependent upon VCB, because as long as my VCB value greater than equal to 0, as long as this VCB value is positive, that positive voltage will draw all the current, all the electrons that are present at this junction to this collector, swept to this collector. So my collector current IC magnitude will not be hampered if this VC value will increase or not. As long as this is positive, they will increase or not, they will swept all the electrons that are present and they will constitute my current IC. Okay, so remember this IC is not independent of VBE, because IC depend upon VBE, not like that. IC depend upon VBE, but IC is independent of VCB. Till which point, as long as this VCB value is positive or greater than equal to 0, my IC will be independent of VCB and it will depend upon VBE. These are the two cases. And my base current IB, which relates to the my collector current by a factor of beta. Okay, this is beta is called common emitter current gain. Similarly, my IE emitter current is nothing but IC upon alpha. Okay, my beta value is very high, means greater than 1, or I can say any value greater than very big value. Alpha value is less than and approximate to 1, not equal to but less than approximate to 1. This value is 0.99 or less than that. Okay, so from here you can see, as beta value is greater than 1, my IC is almost same as IE. As this alpha is nearly equal to 1, so IC equal to alpha IE. So 1 into whatever be the value, both are almost same. As long as beta is high, means my alpha value is less than 1. And since it is less than 1, my IC and IE are both are almost approximate. Because my IB value is very less. My IB value is very less. So my IE, which is nothing but IC plus IB, since this value is very less, my IE is always approximate to IC. Okay, this is what we did. This is one point, this is one point. This is one point, my IC depend upon VBE, IC is independent of VCB, and my IE almost approximate to IB. Okay, so based upon that there are four equivalent model. Let's see from the first one. This, let's take this is A, this is B, and this is CD. My A, B both are, which type of configuration are there? My base is common to the collector, base is common to the emitter. So it is a common base configuration. Common base means which term will come? This term will come. Alpha is called common base current gain. Alpha is called common base current gain. So here alpha term will come in these two cases, because my base is common both to collector and emitter. Okay, this is one diode at the emitter side, and the current that IAC is called scale current. Is called scale current, whose value is nothing but IS upon alpha. What we read, our IE emitter current is nothing but IC upon alpha. Okay, we read from here IC upon alpha. What is our IC? Is nothing but IE e power IS e power VBE upon VT upon alpha. Yes or not? This is our collector current. So I took this IS upon alpha as a value IAC. So I can write, if needed, I can write my IE is nothing but IAC e power VBE upon VT. Means this emitter current depend upon the scale factor of this emitter, that is IAC, scale factor of emitter current into VBE. Okay, just this ISC I replaced in place of IS upon alpha, and it is a current source that is controlled by voltage, means voltage controlled current source. This is a voltage controlled current source. How we came to know this is a current source? Because inside the rectangle or rhombus this arrow mark is given. If this arrow mark is given means it is a current source. If inside the rhombus positive negative symbol is given, it is a voltage source. These two are current source, these two are voltage source, but they are controlled. They are not independent, they are dependent sources. These type of sources are dependent sources. How to represent independent sources? They should be in circular form. This arrow mark means current direction, positive negative means voltage. This is voltage, this is for current. And when it is in rectangular or rhombus form, they are called dependent, and these are independent source. Okay, so here it is in rectangular form, but it is a voltage controlled current source. There are four type of sources I told you: voltage controlled current source, current controlled voltage source, voltage controlled voltage source, and current controlled voltage source. Four type of sources are there. It is voltage controlled current source. It is a current source which is controlled by this voltage VBE. Okay. And this is the ID I told you, this is IE, this is the current source. Similarly, we can represent this diagram as a current controlled current source. Here you can see this emitter has a diode. Okay, this is the voltage between base and emitter, VBE, voltage applied. Here is also VBE, here is ISC, here is also ISC, which is same, IS upon alpha, this value, this IS upon alpha. Okay, because these two are for the common base configuration. Just in place of this, I replaced a current controlled current source. In place of a voltage controlled current source, I replaced a current controlled current source. It is a current source represented by a rectangular with a arrow mark down, and it is a controlled by a current. You see this IC, from here what I can elicit, my IC is nothing but IE into alpha. So if I multiply alpha by IE, I will get IC. So that's I have written IC. This is IC. This current is IC, which is nothing but alpha IE. Okay. So these are the two type of representation for common base configuration. Another configuration is there for this case. What it is called? It is called common emitter current gain. It means these two cases my emitter will be common. So you can check from here. Let's remove this part. Okay. So these two are same. It is, let's take C, this is D. Both are same. Similar to the previous case. Here also both are same. Here my emitter is common to the both base and collector. Okay. Here also my emitter is common to the base and to the collector. Similar to the emitter, here is also in the base there is a value dB, a diode is there, and in that diode the current flow, that scale current SISB, scale current in base, is nothing but IS upon beta. Because what is our IB? Our IB is nothing but IC upon beta. Our IB is nothing but IC upon beta. What is my IC? Which is nothing but IS e power VBE upon VT upon beta. Okay, so in place of IS by beta, I have written ISB, that is a scale factor or scale current. Okay, this is the ISB, is nothing but IS upon beta. Don't confuse between this ISB and IS. Just after dividing beta, I have written ISB. After dividing alpha, I have written ISE, because it is for emitter, it is for base. Now, in this collector side, similar to the previous case, here also it is a voltage controlled current source. It is a current source that is represented by a rectangular or rhombus. Inside a arrow mark is down, that is a current source, and it is controlled by a voltage source, that is voltage controlled current source. Okay. So similarly for this diagram, we can represent in terms of current controlled current source. This is a current source which is controlled by current. From here, what we can found? Our IC can be written as beta IB. So if I know IB, I can represent my IC. That's why this is our IC. My IC can be represented as beta IB. Okay, and all the things that are there, the same is there here also. DV and ISB, this ISB. Okay, so we can represent any BJT. So any of these form, depend upon whether it is in common base or in common emitter. Okay, Now let's do some numericals, because in this chapter numericals are much more needed. By knowing only concept you can't solve numericals. For that you have to practice the maximum number of numericals. So let's see how many numericals we can do today. Okay, so these are the two numericals. Let's solve the first one. The first one is given: consider an NPN transistor with VB value given 0.7 volt at IC 1 milliampere. We have to find our VBE for different two values of IC. Okay. If this question is not visible to you, I will put the PDF file of the question, of a picture of this question before solving this one. So what we know the relation between IC and VB, which is nothing but IC is nothing but IS e power VBE upon VT. Okay, this is my IC. This is the relation between IC and VB and IC. If I will take this is IC, what will my IC1 is nothing but IS e power VBE1 upon VT. What will my IC2, which is nothing but IS e power VBE2 upon VT. Okay, so if I take the ratio, my IC2 upon IC1, my IS will cancel out. It will remain e power VBE2 upon VT upon e power VBE1 upon VT. E power x divided by e power y. So what I can write? E power x minus y. So this can be written e power VBE2 minus VBE1 whole divided by VT. Okay, so my IC2 by IC1 is this much. Now what will be our VBE2 minus VBE1 upon VT, which is nothing but, here it is the exponential power. This side I have to take my log, or I have to take my log base e. If I take log base e at here, log base e here, then only this log e base power e, it will become log e power some value. So this will cancel out, only it will remain this part that I have written in here. So this side will become ln. Ln means log base e. So ln IC2 upon IC1. That implies my VBE2 is nothing but, first VT will be multiplied over here, then VBE will be added. So VBE1 plus VT times ln IC2 upon IC1. So this is the relation between two base to emitter voltage and the two collector current. Okay. So in my question it is given 0.7 volt VBE1 and IC1. So I know my VBE1 and IC1. Okay. So what is asked? It is asked that what is my VBE2 for this IC2. It means I have what data? IC1, IC2's VBE1. VBE1 is nothing but 0.7. IC2 is nothing but 0.1 milliampere. This is IC1 equal to 1 milliampere. Please keep an eye on the units that is given. Sometimes in numericals there might be ampere, there might be milliampere. So you have to keep an eye, you have to be cautious about that. So you know three values. Now you will put all these values using your calculator. You can find this value of VBE2. Similarly, for IC value equal to 10 milliampere. Similarly, I can find my VBE3. VBE3 is nothing but VB1 plus VT ln IC3 upon IC1. Means in place of IC2, now this value will change to 10 milliampere. Before it was 0.1 milliampere. Now this IC2 value is 10 milliampere. IC1 is same 1 milliampere. VB1 is same as 0.7 milliampere. So by putting these values, I can find my two values of VB. Okay, this is one type of numericals. Now move to the second one. It is given the measurement of an NPN BJT in a particular circuit shows that the base current to be 14.46 microampere. The emitter current should be 1.460 microampere. And this VBE is milliampere. This VBE equal to 0.7 volt. calculate alpha, beta and is. So first you have to write what are the data that given in this question. Here it is given our IB base current is nothing but 14.46 microampere. My emitter current IE is nothing but 1.460 milliampere. My VBE, that is base to emitter voltage, is nothing but 0.7 volt. Okay, so you can before proceeding further, you can assume, you can see these values that my IB value in terms in the range of -6. IB is some values -6, 10 power -6 ampere. My IE is nothing but 10 power -3. So what you can elucidate from there, that my IB value is very less than IC or IE, whatever it may be. Since these two are almost same, my IB value is very small. Okay, so that is one point that you can elicit from here. Now it is asked alpha. So these are the given term. What are the asked? It is alpha, beta and is. How to find alpha? Alpha is nothing but my common base collector gain, which is nothing but IC upon IE. So in this question my IE is given. I have to find my IC. I have to find my IC. Then only I can find alpha. Similarly for beta, what is beta? IC upon IB, base emitter collector current upon base current. In this question is beta equal to IC upon IB. Here in this question IB is given. So what we have to find? We have to find this IC. So generally our IC, if we will find my IC, so the alpha and beta can be found. Similarly, how to find this IS? We know this formula, IC equal to IS e power VBE upon VT. So once I will found this IC value, then I can replace the IS is nothing but IC upon e power VBE upon VT. So I know VBE, from here I will find IC, so I can find IS. So how to find this IC? That is the main thing. My IC is nothing but IE minus IB, because we read earlier that our emitter current is nothing but collector current plus base current. So how to replace this collector current? Is nothing but emitter current minus base current. So this is 1.460 milliampere, this is 14.46 microampere. If you subtract this from this, then you will get our IC. So once you will find this IC, you put over your IC upon IE, you will get alpha. IC upon IB, you will get beta. And here once you will find this IC, put VB equal to 0.7, put VT. What is the VT value? I told you in the question, if nothing is given, you take VT value as 25 millivolt, that is for room temperature. Here also you can take VT as 25 millivolt for room temperature. Okay. In the question temperature is not given, so we are assuming it is in room temperature condition. Okay, now let's see another two numericals based upon these formulas. Okay, so this is a question given a transistor for which IS equal to 10 to the minus 16 ampere and beta equal to 100 is conducting a collector current of 1 milliampere. Find VBE and also ISE and ISB. So first we have to write what are the given thing that is in this question. So IS is nothing but 10 power minus 16 ampere. Beta value is given 100. Okay, and collector current IC, that is given 1 milliampere. What is asked? VBE, also ISE and ISB. Now recall that we in the starting of this video we read that from this 4 equivalent circuit model. What is ISE? Our ISE is nothing but IS upon alpha. This is for common base. This is the scale current for emitter, that is for common base. Okay, that is the diagram I did for the A1, for the A part and B part, both part ISE. What is my ISB? Is nothing but IS upon beta. This is for the CD diagram, that is for the common emitter connection. This is the scale current for base. Okay, so in this question IS is given, beta is given. So how to find alpha? We know our alpha is nothing but beta upon 1 plus beta. Beta is nothing but 100 upon 1 plus 100. From here I will get alpha. Once I will find alpha, I can put over here 10 to the minus 16 upon this alpha. So I will get my ISE. I know beta. I know IS, so if I put these two values, I will get ISB. Okay. Now the third one is what is VBE. We know our IC, our collector current is nothing but IS e power VBE upon VT. From here, IC upon IS is nothing but e power VBE upon VT. So how to make this term single? We have to take the log, means a log base e in both sides. So log base e IC upon IS is equal to log base e VBE upon VT. So this part log base e log BC, this part will log e power x, it will become only x, so it will remain only VBE upon VT. So I have to multiply this VT over here. VT log base e IC upon IS will give me VBE. Okay, in this question IC is given, IS is given, VT you have to take 25 millivolt. From there you can get our VBE. Okay, so these are the type of possible numericals that is there in this first chapter. In the next video we will see the other form of this simplified structure, that is for PNP and some other simplified structure also.